The things you buy each and every day are costing you more. Gas is $5 a gallon. Now pressure is mounting on the Federal Reserve to do something. Let's talk about it with financial and business analyst Brock Pierce up live with us here on Fox 5. Brock, good to see you again.
Well, it's good to see you. Glad to be here.
Well, I mean, obviously, under these circumstances right now, things continue to go up. Everything is costing people more these days. The Fed, that appears to be the circuit breaker. They believe that the Fed, when they raise these interest rates, that stems inflation. What more can be done when it comes to inflation?
Well, we're in for, I guess, an unpredictable predicament. We've printed a tremendous amount of money, and we've got obviously war that's making things even more complicated than all the disruption to global supply chains. Obviously, you're seeing it in energy prices. The most alarming part of it is what we're seeing with food and the challenges that we have with food security. Global production of food is down 35%. Again, disruption to supply chains, the accelerants or fertilizer that usually would be coming out of Russia, Belarus, and the Ukraine, not making it, wheat trapped in the Black Sea, China having bought accelerant from Canada, Brazil not receiving what it's needing. If we think that pestilence, fires, floods, and war wasn't enough, we're going to be seeing famine in places around the world we've never seen before.
You know, when you look at what's happening on the global scale right now and what's happening in Europe and as you mentioned around the globe, these are things that not to insult the intelligence of the average American, but what you see when this happens is this idea that I think we believe everything is confined to our borders, and there are circumstances, some of it comes from the government, but there are circumstances that we can't control, that we get caught up in this, and it sort of underscores the idea that when we were in a good time in our nation, that's when it's nice to have some money put away for these sort of situations. Not everybody can do that, though.
Yeah, clearly. And even if you had saved, the purchasing power of your dollar is eroding rapidly. And that's a problem not just here, but everywhere. And clearly globalization, it's all connected. We've outsourced critical infrastructure like semiconductors to Taiwan, China, South Korea. Our medicines that used to be produced in Puerto Rico got moved to China and India. And it's at times like these that you really start to realize the benefits of building these things at home.
Yeah, we're going to see what happens. I know there continues to be a push to try to get some semiconductor production back to the United States. As in everything else these days, it's caught up in partisan wrangling in the Congress, as many things are right now. Hey, Brock, I know for a lot of people right now it's a tough time. I appreciate just the insight we can add to this, because I think knowledge is power in times like these.
Absolutely. And, with the food production challenge, we waste 70% of it. And probably the most important lessons at home right now is try to waste less food as we work through the summer and winter is coming.
Brock Pierce live with us here on Fox 5. Thanks, Brock.